Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? Did the 24 hours cause you pain? I'm sure it did. Well, the setup looks like this. You see my makeup brushes. By the way, a lot of people in the comments said I have a lot of makeup brushes. You're not wrong, but you're also not right. Like, I feel like people who regularly do their makeup have about these many makeup brushes. Like, mine aren't even clean either. Shows you how I'm living. But I feel like I have like the perfect amount of makeup brushes. I don't really use the little small ones unless I'm doing eyeshadow, and that is rare. Even though I like doing eyeshadow, I just don't have the time, nor do I have the opportunity to. Where am I going that I need a freaking cut crease? But no, I just use the big ones. And then, so yeah, there are a lot of them. I'm not even gonna lie, but there's not like, some people literally can fill like 5 containers of this, of makeup brushes. It's not, I don't think it's that many, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Anyways, you guys, I am going to work again. I told you guys in my video yesterday, I worked again today. I actually worked a double today. And that's why I bring you here. I am quitting my job. You guys, I had a revelation when I was in yesterday when I was at my job. I don't want to be there. I do not want to be there. It's not even like, oh my gosh, she's doing YouTube. No, you guys, I don't want to be there. And I've learned that today. Like, if my shift today was just 12 o'clock to 6, 12 to 4, like, I would do it. I don't want to be there. Like, I get agitated so quickly there. Like, no, I don't want to be there at all. So I'm just like, okay, here's the thing. At my job, I am a hostess at my job, right? No big deal. You just sit people at tables. It is an easy job on paper, right? I don't know if any of you have ever worked in a restaurant, but being a hostess is one of the most stressful jobs in a restaurant, because you literally have 7 people on your neck, in your ear. We have earpieces, which I'm assuming most hosts have earpieces. Maybe they don't. I go to some places, now that I'm a host, I go to places to see if they have earpieces on, and a lot of them don't. So I guess it's just the size of your restaurant. And I'm trying to keep everyone happy, everyone on the straight and narrow. And people are bugging me. Like, that's the word. Like, people be bugging me. I'm just like, y'all, I don't care. I don't care. When I am at my hostess stand, the beautiful thing about being a host is you have a hostess stand. The beautiful thing about being a host is there is ample opportunity to leave you alone. Like, I should not be seeing servers bothering me on my shift. I should not. It should not be a thing, simply because this is not where your job is. Go check on your tables and leave me alone. And the thing is, they don't really bother me for things that are like my job related. They be trying to talk. Like, leave me alone. Like, if I bring someone to your table and you catch me walking back, let's have a conversation. Let's chit chat. I have no issue learning what's going on in you people's lives. Not at all. Not at all. As long as you don't want to talk to me about my YouTube channel, we can talk all day long when I'm coming to you. But do not come out of your way to come all the way to my host stand and have a chit chat with me, have a dialogue, ask me how my day is going. And I know they mean well, but the thing is, sometimes they don't mean well. Anyone who's worked in a restaurant knows restaurants are the biggest playground for gossip and foolery. Like, that is what some people come to this job to do. Me and my other hostess be talking, because believe it or not, I do like some people at this job. We be talking and we agree. Like, some people literally go to work just to cause like drama and like mess. Like, I was talking to one of my hostess friends who I actually like at my job, and we were saying, like, you really have to get in this job and get out. Like, you can't sit there and have too many conversations with people. You can't sit there and talk like gossip, because it goes around so quickly. Like, people will, because I see the way other people talk about people, so they're going to be talking about you just the same. Ain't no loyalty in the hostess game. And the thing is, it's not even the host. To me, the host area has the least amount of drama. Like, okay, in my store, you have the host, then you have like takeout host, and then you have like servers, then you have like kitchen people, whatever. Y'all know how restaurants work. So you have all these people. All these things are different departments. Now, in a perfect world, none of us would communicate with each other. The host would do the host job. The kitchen would do the kitchen job. The servers would do the serving job. But it don't go like that. And that is an issue, I think, amongst everyone at my store. We just don't know how to leave each other alone. Like, every time there's a downtime, we don't need to conversate, because the thing is, the conversations lead to so much more. I don't want to hear who you don't like, because it just starts mess. Like, not like there be that type of mess going on at my store, but it just starts confusion. The word is confusion. My job has a lot of confusion, and this one girl put in her 2 weeks notice, because she said, like, my job is just disorganized and confusing. And I'm like, who are you telling? Another one of the hostess who I like just quit. And I'm just like, child, if y'all quitting, why am I still there? Like, and I don't want to like be hard on this job, because like, number one, I genuinely like the customers who come in. Like, I really do. And when I get to my shift, I genuinely like being there. But y'all, it's everything else I can't stand. And I hate when jobs treat you like you need them. Like, y'all, this is a dead-end job. Like, I can go to another dead-end job down the street. Let's not act. Let's not pretend. So yeah, I am so ready to rid myself of that place. I don't want to be there anymore. Y'all tell me one reason I should stay. Tell me one reason I should stay. Now, I did get paid yesterday. And the minute I got paid, I went to Ulta to go buy some makeup. So I'm not about to sit here in front like them checks. And do I work? A lot of you guys are saying you just work 2 days a week. Number one, we do not need to have an oppression Olympics in my comments. I get some of y'all mowing lawns. I get some of y'all working 30 hours a day, but let me tell you something. That ain't my problem. If I could give you $1 million tomorrow so you don't have to go to your horrible job, I would. So don't take that issue up with me. That's not I wish some of you guys didn't work the jobs that you work. The same way I wish I didn't work the job I work. But sometimes, capitalism leaves us all running ragged. So don't make me the enemy. Don't make me the enemy. And I have worked several jobs. I worked a job my last 2 years of college. I worked every year of high school. So we don't have to do that. We do not have to do that in my comment section. We don't need to have an oppression Olympics in my comment section. No ma'am. No ma'am. I would go to this class starting at 8 a.m., leave class at 4, go work a shift until 11:30. We don't have to do that. We don't have to ask who's doing the rat race, because I have ran the rat race. We can play that game, because if we want to do the oppression Olympics, you just might lose. You just might lose. I have paid my debts. Period. So if I want to sit up here and complain a little bit because I don't like my job the same way, I'm sure you go home and complain to your miss or mister because you don't like your job. Let me do it, because child, I can't stand that job. The thing is, I know it's just the thing. When I am there, I promise you, the time goes by really quickly there. The people, for the most part, are dope. It's just, I don't be wanting to go. Like this, if I wasn't talking to you guys right now, I would still be getting ready for my job. But I would just be in dead silence thinking about how, like, I'd rather be doing anything other than going to my job. I don't know. Moving on swiftly and professionally. Nikita Dragun. A lot of you guys have brought up Nikita Dragun in my comment section. And I'm going to be so so honest with you guys. So honest. Y'all can drag me in the comments. Y'all always do. I have to be 100% honest with you guys. I did not know who Nikita Dragun was until she started hanging out with Jeffree Star. Like, I had no clue who Nikita was. Like, and I think that's one of those cases where I was just out of the loop. It's not like a Gabriel Zamora where he's just that irrelevant. I just didn't know who Nikita Dragun was. And like, so when I found out who she was, I went onto her channel because she is absolutely gorgeous. So I went onto her channel to see what was going. I think it might be one of those things where her old content is better than her new content, because child, I went over there and she ain't doing all too much over there. Like, it just very, let's do a mukbang, but like not really a mukbang. It's like just her eating like Chipotle. Like, it just ain't all that interesting over there. To me, Nikita, and y'all correct me, because once again, I have no clue who Nikita is. I have no clue what her YouTube career is. It just feels like she just talks and does mukbangs and I don't know, what did she do, you guys? Like, what did I miss? Y'all fill me in on what I missed on Nikita Dragun. To me, she falls not in the Gabriel thing, because number one, Nikita does seem to have talent and Nikita does post regularly, but I think she is one of those people who have benefited from just having good friends. She just has something about her that gets people there more than her actual work. And that's okay with me. Like, I don't know, and I had no clue she was friends with James Charles. I had no clue whatsoever she was friends with James Charles up until she decided to die on the James Charles hill. Y'all, another thing, explain that to me. Why is she still trying to defend James Charles? Like, the thing, it'd be one thing if she still wants to be friends with James Charles, but what is she gaining by defending him? I have a feeling James Charles is in everyone who he is still friends with text messages and asking them to defend him, because that's the only thing I can think about why she would still be fighting tooth and nail to defend this man. I'm just like, child, you not winning here. You are not winning here. But what did I say? And I could be totally wrong about the Nikita thing. She could have her own stuff going on that I am just not aware of. But people who gain a lot from being friends with other people, this is what they do. They defend the person tooth and nail. They have to get, like, the friend who they're defending, because the friend who was giving them their clout is texting them saying, you need to do this, you need to do that for me. And they feel like they have to. They feel like, but to me also, this is why it's surprising that Nikita is defending James Charles. Nikita minds her business for the most part. And she also did send out that shady tweet after James Charles went to the Met Gala. She was like, if I went to the Met Gala, they had to take me out for being too extra. And I thought that was quite shady. I thought she was shading James Charles because James Charles came to the Met with one of these on. So I thought she was shading James Charles. Like, I didn't even know how close they were. Like, I know they've been on each other's channels, but if everyone who been on somebody's channel was friends, people will be having a whole lot of friends that they don't. So I just thought it was just one of those things where, they come together. But when I watched the video of them, that's the thing. I feel like all Nikita's videos are like the James Charles mukbang video. Anytime something, like, I've been recommended Nikita, or I've been like taken over to Nikita's channel, it's them eating, them talking. It's like a clickbait title. They're eating, and that's pretty much it. Like, I've never seen anything else going on Nikita's channel to like be like, for her to be as popular as she is. She is transgender, so maybe that's what caused maybe some people to like get on her channel. So maybe that. I know I always see her Instagrams. She like is dating guys, and she always puts the little captions on that she like. It's so irrelevant, but she loves to put up an Instagram picture, right? And then you tag people in the Instagram pictures. She'll put, this is my man, stop being thirsty, move along. And the man isn't even cute. She always does that. And at this point, I think she's doing it for people to be like, girl, don't nobody want your man. Because I guess all publicity is good publicity. I don't know. So Nikita has always just been someone that is just there to me. I've never been pressed on what Nikita is doing. Just no. So I don't want to, unless she does something that's like absolutely crazy, I would. But her defending James Charles is just, I don't know. It's sketchy. To me, her still defending James Charles is sketchy. Simply because Nikita is someone, remember the Manny MUA, Gabriel Zamora, Laura Lee, Jeffree Star drama? She stayed 100% out of that. To the point where I thought it was a little weird. Because does she still hang out with Laura and Manny? Is she still friends with them? I don't think she is. So I also thought that was a little weird. Is Nikita friends with Jeffree? That's the thing. I have no clue. Where does Nikita's loyalties lie? Is she friends with Jeffree? No, because she was one of the first people who wasn't friends with Jeffree. She stopped being friends with Jeffree before Manny and Laura stopped being friends with Jeffree. Am I right? Am I pulling the tea correctly? Did I just go back on you guys? Am I wrong? That is definitely the story. If y'all don't remember, it's just because y'all don't remember. When Laura, Manny, Jeffree, and Nikita were like a foursome, they would go to the movies. That's the first time I ever found out who Nikita was. They were a foursome. Nikita left that foursome first, 100%. I am right. Pull the receipts on that. Nikita was definitely the person who left that foursome first. And then it left the three of them still hanging out, but she would never hang out with them. And then the whole Laura Manny thing happened a few months later. Come on, clock the tea. But the thing is, that was so long ago. Are they friends again now? Like after she stopped being friends with Laura and Manny? Or is she still, did she go back to being friends with Jeffree? Come on, now y'all gotta pull receipts on that. I have no clue. Watch, I'm dead wrong. Watch, she's like been friends with Jeffree the whole time. But no, I feel like I vividly remember people saying in the comments like, where's Nikita? Where's Nikita? But that's the thing about Nikita. Nikita minds her own business. And for the most part, I always felt like Nikita marched to the beat of her own drum. But that seems to not be the case anymore because she's defending James Charles. And it's just like, I just find it a little odd for her to defend James Charles. Like, that's like, it's not her brand. And like, she's doing it like tooth and nail. Like, she's pulling text messages. I always say, once people pull out the text messages, you've done too much. It's not that deep. Like, who are you trying to prove something to, me or you? Like, don't pull up. Like, it's not that deep. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. Like, James, even if the whole hair care gummies, whatever, is wrong, and Nikita set that whole thing up, does it matter? Like, what? It does not matter at all. So I just feel like, what are we doing here? And it just seems a little calculated. Like, it seems like James Charles is asking her to do this. But here's my thing. Nikita don't got pulled like that. Like I said, people who like Nikita, but everyone else is just kind of, Nikita shows up when Nikita shows up. Like, no one's that pressed about Nikita. So having her fight your battle just seems a little counterproductive. Like, I feel like if you got somebody a little bit more popular to do it, but Jeffree Star already has his hands on the necks of every popular person in the beauty game who could help him. So James, just wait this one out, James. Like, goodness gracious. Like, because having Nikita defend you, don't let your friend go down in the fire with you. Like, don't. But what did I say? This is a game of alliances. No one has any real loyalties at all. So lastly, I was laying in bed. Picture this. I was laying in bed, right? I was laying in bed, and you want to know who came to my mind? Britney Spears. I know. Why do y'all follow? Why do y'all subscribe to me? I will take y'all on a whole trip. Like, who thought Britney Spears' name was going to come up? Yes, Britney Spears. I started thinking about Britney Spears. And you want to know why I started thinking about Britney Spears? Because I saw a video on my Twitter timeline of old Britney. I believe it was like Britney when she was dating Justin Timberlake. It was that Britney. And I am aware of new Britney. Like, when Britney was popping and in her heyday, I do remember it. But also, I was born in 1996. So popping Britney, like early 2000s, I was a kid. So I do remember TRL. I do remember her just being everywhere. But I don't obviously remember her interviews and stuff. Like, I wasn't looking at interviews like that. My parents didn't have me watching MTV like that when I was 7. Like, I had no desire. Not even 7, I was like 5. So no, I had no clue. So a lot of the Britney interviews I did not see. But I was watching one of her interviews because I went down a rabbit hole. Like, I saw one interview on Twitter, and then I went on YouTube to watch the rest of the interviews because that's what I do. The unemployed. So I was watching her interviews, and she is so different. Like, I'm aware of new Britney, so I didn't need to watch new Britney interviews to like know how new Britney is, but I wasn't fully aware of like what old Britney used to be like. The life is gone from that woman. Like, I am 100% on the Free Britney movement. If you don't know what the Free Britney movement is, I believe a bunch of people started a movement. Celebrities, people who love and care about her, started a movement to free Britney from her management, I believe, like under her father and stuff like that. People basically free her from people who don't care about her. The people who have been over Britney's career, her entire career, have not cared about her, allegedly, from what we've seen. And people want to free Britney. People want to free Britney from her contracts, free Britney from everything she's going through. Britney went to rehab, I believe, recently and then left. Like, it's just nothing about the Britney story adds up. And now that I look back, like, it really doesn't add up. Why has Britney been stuck in Las Vegas for the past decade? Why has she been in Vegas for a decade? Like, it's not like she's in Vegas and leaving. Like, she has been stuck in Vegas. At Planet Hollywood? Where is she at in Vegas? She's been stuck in Vegas forever, being like, basically, like, she's like a racehorse at this point. They're treating her so, like I just feel like I feel like Britney has no control over what happens in her career. And it's sad because if you think about it, Britney is the same age as Beyonce, right? To see someone like Beyonce, who is so in control of her career, so in her right mind, and then to see Britney, it's just like, it doesn't even seem like they're the same age. Britney has this very childlike demeanor and very robotic, and it's sad to see because it just seems like someone has taken the batteries out of her sometimes, and she's just sitting there. Then, like, they put the batteries back in her when it's time for her to perform. But you know, like any good toy, after you use it a while, it becomes a little broke down. And so that's what it seems like. Like, they put the batteries back in her, but she's not working the way she used to. Like when you see her interviews as a kid and in her early 20s, she's so full of life. She's so full of joy. But now it doesn't even seem like there's somebody behind her eyes. Like, it just seems like she's a ghost. And it's just like so sad. So I was thinking about, I'm just like, imagine if Britney has been getting used and abused for the past 2 decades and we just sat there and watched it. Like, I don't know. That's the stuff I think about when I lay my head down at night. I was just thinking, I'm like, what if Britney has been through the ringer for the past 2 decades and she's been trying to, like, that's the thing. I don't even know if Britney Spears has the mental capacity to explain what is really going on. Like, I feel like Britney is someone, number one, who didn't go to school. I question if she went to school as long as she should have. I question if she got the education she should have. And I question if she got the world knowledge, the street knowledge that she should have, because that's just how out of it she is. And, like, for example, like, go see some of her old tweets. Like, some of her tweets you can tell she didn't write. And then the tweets you can tell she did write don't make any sense. Like, they're not coherent. They're not actual words. And it's just like, I'm worried, you guys. I'm genuine, and I'm scared because it's like, how long has Britney been getting used and abused? Like, Britney should have been in rehab. And the stint she did do in rehab just seemed like media contrived, like her family doing damage control. And it's just like, who is looking out for Britney over there? try to imagine Britney Spears with her kids. I want you to imagine the Britney Spears you know with her kids. You can't do it because there's almost something about her that just doesn't seem real. Like, I can't imagine her being a mother because, like, when I was watching the interviews, like, I saw some of the newer ones and it was just like, she's just not, it's just so sad. Britney deserves so much. She was such a sweet girl, and she probably still, even what I see now, she's still a sweet girl. Like, she just is so sweet. So hearing that she's like back in rehab, back struggling, people try to help her. She says she's okay. Now she's saying she's not okay. It's too much. It is too much for me, you guys. It's too much of my spirit. I just worry. I worry that someone who was such in the public eye was going through something and they needed help, and we all just sat back and laughed like it was funny. Anyway, this video is too long. I will see you guys in my next one. Like if you want, comment if you want. You guys are so sweet to me. Once again, thank you guys for 160K subscribers. Y'all the best. And if you have a sucky job, I'm so sorry if you have a sucky job. Let's try to end capitalism that makes us work these sucky jobs that suck. I feel for you guys. I was reading some of your comments and I'm like, some of y'all are really going through it. Trust me, I've been through it. Not as hard as some as you guys, but life is tough. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye-bye.